Hey guys, Siren here, and welcome back to the Lake of Voices. Let's continue on with our story, shall we? I'd like to see where you are from one day. Perhaps Bemel and I could visit sometime. Lou gazes directly at me, hidden beneath his flat stare is an impression of vulnerability. Bemel chimes in. And you're always welcome to visit our village as well. Never one to be lost for something to say, Bemel moves right along despite Lou's lack of engagement. Say, do you like animals? You look like the type. Lou seems caught off guard from the suggestion, and it's enough to get him speaking again. I'm not sure. Why are you asking? Kika owns a lovely pair of wild dogs. Adelie and Adelina. I speak their names quietly and fondly. I'm confronted that they are safe under the care of the guardsmen, but long dearly to see them again. They help me hunt and guard my home. Bemel nods happily. They're great girls. I'm considering getting myself a wolf dog someday as well. I live alone, however, whenever someone gets kicked out of their place for the night, it's always my door that they come to. I never had the heart to turn them down, but perhaps a threatening dog may discourage them from showing up. I can't help but to chuckle. Any dog raised by you will not be threatening. Besides, I know you do not truly want to scare anyone away. Ah, you do have a point there. Still, those dogs are something. A person couldn't ask for better partners. Looks genuinely intrigued at the idea of Aldi and Adelina. I smile at him. The two of them would like someone like you. Lou, you're approachable. Lou shifts uncomfortably. He shrugs noncommittally. Sure, maybe I could visit sometime. Well, our doors are always open for you. I'm not sure if we made Lou feel any better about his situation, but I know the conversation has helped me. Bemel is remarkable in that way. You know, I never noticed. Looking on Bemel's arms, I love the fabric pattern on that. That looks awesome. They put a lot of detail in this game. Not as much as other games, but they put a lot of good detail in this game. I allow myself to drift closer to Bemel. There's not too much space between us as we walk side by side. Bemel views me from the corner of his eye and looks more than pleased. For a brief moment, all the troublesome circumstances seem to float away from our minds, and we enjoy each other's company. I wish it could go on for so much longer, but it's only a while later that I have to speak up. We really should rest before nightfall. I'm fine with that idea. Okay. Bemel leads us over to the area where the guide mentioned we were going to meet. He lowers himself down onto the ground and stretches out right there, presumably intending to wait until the guide arrives. That's a little bit more dramatic of resting than I planned. I walk over and make myself comfortable next to him, though not as comfortable as he has made himself. I can just imagine him just flat out on the ground, hands behind his head, and just like Ah, what a beautiful day it is. Even though it's foggy. Okay, this image in the background, I know it's a repeat image, but it still does look like a skull back there. Just kind of weird, but kind of tells what the story is kind of places the setting of the story, I guess. Lou scrunches his face and takes a seat some distance away from the two of us. The three of us quietly wait for the guide's arrival, occasionally chatting with one another as we rest. The sky turns orange and the sunset comes upon us. Ooh, that is a pretty sunset though. As the color seems to drain from the world, being consumed by the fog, the guide makes his appearance. It's almost time. I nod and I feel myself grow tense. We truly are about to return to those bridges. All of us wait in an uncomfortable silence until night falls. We silently stand as one, forming a vigil of sorts. Our remaining lanterns illuminate the dark, prepared for tonight's journey. And yet, the way forward does not appear. The bridges haven't risen from the depths. I glance to my side. The guide doesn't look at all pleased. The corners of his mouth have a harsh bent as he briefly loses himself to heavy thoughts. We must go to the shore. He doesn't offer an explanation for why. Instead, he goes on without us. I follow after the guide, my forehead creasing with swelling worry. Behind me I hear Bemel's and Lou's unsure footsteps. The four of us press on to the shore. The dark waters lap at the edges of the sand, and as expected, the maze is still hidden beneath the surface. The guide grips his staff tighter still, his knuckles turning a ghostly white. He sucks in a breath of air like he's about to speak, but he hesitates. We all stare at him expectantly.